Good afternoon, everybody. It's Lynn, the Leather Bag Lady. How are you all today? It is Wednesday today. I actually had to ask my mother this morning what day it was. I'm sure everybody else is all screwed up this week with holidays and not holidays and Christmas falling on a little bit of a weird pattern in that whole of Christmas. Christmas Day and Boxing Day was on the weekend, I think, wasn't it? No. Oh my God. Christmas Day was Sunday, Boxing Day was Monday. Okay, all right. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Anyway, let's get to the bag. So, today's bag is a bag that I seem to be drawn to, and I've found quite a few of these bags recently. And I'm starting to think that maybe I have a bit of a calling to them. They are kind of 70s, 80s, Canadian made, very kind of daily driver, but what really draws me to them is the quality, is the craftsmanship. It's the simple styling, but it just speaks to me. And today is no different. So I am wearing today's bag. It is a Durabilt Vancouver dark blue shoulder bag that could be a high-sitting crossbody. I've sold recently a hobo bag that it was made by this company and had this signature kind of rolled leather with thread, like this thread detail. It just elevates it. These companies, let me see if I can remember, high quality handbags, Carnick Man, Leather by Man, Hart Leather or Hort Leather, I think it is, Durabilt, and there's one more, Elon Elegance. These are all kind of 60s, 70s, 80s brands that were kind of Ontario based, except for this. This is Vancouver. So the styling is really simple. There's the back, this kind of tulip top. If you want to leave the bag open, it's a little bit of extra space if you want it. If not, then the bag really only goes to here. Now, the measurements that I have on the listing are right to the top. So I believe it's 11 inches across by 12 inches high. But again, that is right to the top. You probably got a couple of inches from where the zipper is. But if you're like me, you forget stuff as you're flying out the door and you just throw it in your bag. So inside, there is a fabric divider in the middle with a zipper on it. There's your Durabilt Canada. And does it say Vancouver? Yes, it does. It says Vancouver on the top. Okay, so this is the Elegance. Okay, the E. All right, I was wondering, I knew it was Elegance, but it's made by Durabilt. So the fabric has just a little, like it's a little kind of diamond logo item on it. Zipper pull, a little bit of leather there too. When I sell the bags in the retirement homes, I oftentimes come across ladies who have very arthritic hands. And it's something that I intended to do, and I actually did order. I think it was just from Alibaba or whatever it was, some extenders so that they can just, they don't need to get too particular with their finger coordination, but they never arrived, just like my fans that never arrived a few years ago. But this really makes a big difference for ladies who just can't quite seem to grip. And love the brass tone hardware, all back in style. I've put an extra hole in it, so it's just that little bit longer. It's a daily driver, really. But what a sharp. Now I've got like baby pink on today, and this blue just looks fabulous. Kind of washes me out a little bit. the tan is gone or going or almost gone. So these kind of colors are maybe not a good idea, especially, well, I'm up against a gray wall with baby pink and navy blue. Those colors go beautifully together. So maybe that's the only reason I'm getting away with it. I don't know. But today's bag is just gorgeous. I love it. It's got a great gusset on the bottom, and it's just, to me, it's just classy. It doesn't scream vintage. If you want it to scream vintage, but it certainly isn't today's kind of Saffiano leather, hard-sided Kate Spade offering. So it probably does kind of scream vintage. I've listed it as an 80s bag. Maybe could be 70s, but I just kind of, I'm drawn to an 80s vibe. So that is it. That is today's bag. So there you go. There you go. Back in the basement. Oh dear, my hair is getting so long. I go and get it cut next week, I think. And I'm trying to refrain from cutting it myself because my hairdresser just laughs at me. She's like, oh, do you want a job? Because I cut the bangs myself. Because, I mean, who can deal with this shit? So, anyway, there we go. What did we do last night? We had a Top Gun night last night. Pius got home kind of early from work at 3 o'clock. And we had something to do. What did we go do? I can't remember. Why am I losing my mind? He came and picked me straight up. Oh, we went to my house to take some pictures of the roof and the joists. We have yet again had another little hiccup in this journey before we've even started. Basically, anything to code on my house is never going to work, which means we're probably never going to get planning permission for anything. So we are just going to have to fix it as is, and we will MacGyver it in a way that we will get the job done. To be honest, I'm a little happier with that because the thought of ripping the roof off, I just couldn't handle it. Like I was waking up in the night thinking about it and the money element. I mean, let's face it, we're going to start fixing this stupid freaking house up and there's going to be shit we didn't anticipate. So anyway, that's what we did. I had a couple of bags to mail out. I forgot my running shoes, so I grabbed my running shoes and the neighbors are moving out. So now, as much as the trumpets are sounding, there's also the reality that somebody else is going to be moving in. So I'm going to have the whole shitstorm of the driveway and explaining to them that they can't park in it. Their visitors can't park in it. It is a right of way to my house in the back. Now, the difference is I now have Pius, who, as friendly as he is, don't take no shit from no one. So if people want to start giving me attitude, which they have done for the 16 years that I've lived there, chances are they might not give it to him. He is small but mighty. And I've seen the serious face twice. And it both times had to do with his daughter's dog. And I wouldn't want to have that face directed at me. I'm just telling you, because Buddy don't take shit. So that will be the only difference. So that yesterday is what we did. And then we came home and we had a Top Gun night. We figured we would we ended up just having some soup. I made turkey and rice soup and it was so good. And we had some soup. I've been eating chocolate for days. I'm going to turn into a big fat chocolate ball if I don't stop. But I've kind of given myself until New Year. And yeah, I feel sick right now. But hey, you know what? It's once a year and I do it. Usually it takes me until Lent to gather my reins back. And usually for Lent, I give up chocolate and it resets my calibration, but I'm hoping not to let it go that far this time. So worked out this morning, did that. As long as I get that done, at least I'm not a complete mess. But yeah, we watched Top Gun Maverick, and there were a bunch of I'm a Top Gun freak. I absolutely was a Tom Cruise junkie in the 80s because of Top Gun. And not so much since then, because let's face it, he went a little crazy and he's in his 50s, 60s even, I think. But after we watched Top Gun Maverick, which was a really good movie, I saw it in the theater with my clients, and I really enjoyed it the second time round. There was a bunch of kind of correlations that Pies couldn't make head nor tail of, and it's because of the first movie. And I said, well, did you watch the first movie? Yes, I did. When did you watch the first movie? Back when it came out. I'm like, dude, that was 1986. So we watched it again, and you will not get any arguments out of me for watching 1986 Tom Cruise, because another small but mighty man, very attractive. And the volleyball scene, come on. And I think the kiss between him and Kelly McGillis has been on a list of hottest kisses, because it was very, very hot. And I remind myself of that every time I watch it. But this time I was watching it with my man. And it was like, we do better than that. Because we do. Anyway, so that's what we did last night. This morning, I got my car delivered back to me from my son. And then I went to the Two Cougars and a cafe and had soup with Pius, because we can. And that's been my day. I've listed, we're selling a bunch of furniture here because we've got 3 months until we move into my house. So we got to get this ship on the ocean and we need to get stuff going. So I'm home. I can do that, which I did. Already had a couple of people reach out. But my experience with that freaking headboard and footboard, I can have 25 people inquire about it. 5 people going to come pick it up, and you're struggling to get one person. So I'm not holding my breath, but it's solid wood furniture. The young people don't want it anymore, which is too bad, because you can't get any better than solid wood. But anyway, it's listed, and I'm finally spending some time with you guys because all my other chores are done. So here we are. Tonight, I'm not sure what we're doing tonight. Might be a puzzle night tonight. I've got to get a few little bits of housekeeping started for the new year as far as the bags are concerned. And yeah, that is it from me today. Tomorrow is Thursday, and yeah, I see my clients on Friday, weather pending, but it's supposed to be 10 degrees. Last Friday was a minus 28 snowstorm that some parts of the Niagara region are still digging out of. And this coming Friday, Leatherbag Lady weather report is going to be 10 degrees. So it's kind of the schizophrenic Mother Nature who lives in Southern Ontario, Canada. That's all I got to say. Anyway, everybody, have a great rest of the day, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.